Betrayal, the ultimate anime plot twist. One moment you're laughing with your bestie, sharing popcorn and fan theories. The next, you're blindsided, betrayed, and watching your favorite character's worlds crumble in slow motion, all while a haunting flute plays in the background, setting the stage for heartbreak. Anime doesn't just break hearts, it shatters them with gut-wrenching backstabs, mind-bending betrayals, and twists so brutal they echo in your soul long after the credits roll. Whether it's a friend turning foe, a mentor's true intentions revealed, or the hero forced to confront the darkest parts of themselves, these moments leave us yelling, "NANI?" Stunned, betrayed, and questioning every ounce of trust we've ever given. Today, we're diving deep into the abyss of treachery with the top 10 worst anime betrayals. The scenes that didn't just break the story, they broke us. Spoiler warning, major plot twists ahead. If you're not caught up, now's your last chance to turn back, because once you cross this line, your emotional armor will never be the same. Ready to relive the pain? Grab tissues, steel your heart, and let's jump straight into the betrayals that left us raw, furious, and utterly devastated. On number 10, ran a nation while secretly being a monster. King Bradley, from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, smiles like a politician, fights like a demon. You ever trust someone so hard, only to realize they're literally a monster? That's King Bradley for you. At first, he's everything a citizen wants in a leader. Poised, decisive, charismatic. He speaks like a father figure, acts like a patriot, and moves through military halls like a man burdened by responsibility. He's the kind of guy who makes you think, maybe the government can work after all. But behind the uniform and rehearsed sincerity is wrath. A homunculus bred for perfection and programmed to enforce Father's will. He doesn't just betray the protagonist. He betrays the entire concept of justice, of order, of safety. His smile wasn't a comfort, it was a mask. And when the mask drops, it's a massacre. He doesn't flinch, doesn't hesitate. One minute he's sipping tea in a boardroom, the next he's tearing through tanks with a sword like a devil in human skin. The calm precision of it all makes it worse. He's not unhinged, he's efficient, tactical, terrifying. What really makes his betrayal sting isn't just that he lied, it's how perfectly he lied. He made us believe in leadership, in structure, in him. By the time you see his true nature, you're not just watching Edward and Mustang realize they've been played. You're realizing that every scene before this one was a trap. A slow, creeping psychological ambush wrapped in formality and protocol. Bradley's betrayal isn't loud, it's insidious. It unravels everything we thought we knew about power and trust in Full Metal Alchemist, and it lingers, like the echo of a dictator's smile. On number 9, tried to kill his younger self out of self-hatred. Archer, Fate's Day Night, Unlimited Blade Works, trying to kill your past self. Now this is betrayal with an existential crisis. Archer isn't some villain twirling his mustache. He's Shiro Emiya from the future, and he hates himself. Like, really hates himself. So much that he enters the Holy Grail War with one goal: to kill his younger self before he can make the same mistakes. It's betrayal that loops in on itself like a philosophical Mobius strip. Mamadaro. You're watching a man go to war with his younger ideals. A battle between dreams and reality. Between a boy who believes in saving everyone, and a man who has seen what that path really leads to. Pain, compromise, blood. The betrayal is quiet but relentless, because it's coming from the one person you can't escape: yourself. And that's what makes it brilliant. It isn't good versus evil, it's innocence versus regret. Shiro looks up to Archer, sees a future version of what he wants to become, but what he finds is someone who's waiting to put a blade through that future before it can be born. Every sword clash is an argument, every parry a rejection of dream. It's not just a fight, it's therapy with explosion. And the emotional cost? Devastating. This is one of the few betrayals where you don't know who to root for, because the real tragedy is this: they're both right, and they're both broken. Up next on number 8, falsely accused the hero and ruined his life. Mel Remark, aka Mine, the Rising of the Shield Hero. False accusations ruined lives. Malty is proof that not all betrayals involve swords and demons. Some are psychological warfare in high heels. Naofumi starts off trying to be a hero, emphasis on trying, because thanks to Malty, his life gets shredded before he can even level up. She falsely accuses him of assault, frames him in front of the kingdom, and turns public opinion into a weapon, all with the fakest princess smile you've ever seen. This isn't just betrayal, it's character assassination in broad daylight. And the worst part? She doesn't need dark powers or forbidden magic, just a lie. One well-timed, perfectly aimed lie. And suddenly, Naofumi is persona non grata, banished from trust, abandoned by peers, dragged through societal mud. The betrayal isn't explosive, it's corrosive. It eats away at his dignity, his hope, his sense of right and wrong. Malty doesn't just betray Naofumi, she betrays the very fabric of a support system. She weaponizes kindness, distorts justice, and shatters empathy. And she enjoys it. That's what really haunts you. She is anime's ultimate red flag in lipstick and royalty. Honestly, if anime had a Yelp page, Multi would have 0 stars and 10,000 rage reviews. On number 7, revealed he was the enemy all along, casually. Reiner and Bertolt, Attack on Titan. Oh, by the way, we're the monsters. Few betrayals are this calm and this chilling. Eren's had it rough. Giant monsters eating people. Constant war. Trust issues stacked like Jenga. But Reiner and Bertolt? They were his bros. His comrades. They fought side by side, shared trauma, and cried together. And then, in a scene so low-key it's horrifying, Reiner casually says, "Oh yeah, we're the Titans who destroyed your home." No dramatic reveal, no lightning, just vibe. Terrible soul-shattering vibes. What makes this betrayal hit is how personal it is. They weren't just enemies in disguise. They were friends pretending to be human, pretending to care. And maybe, just maybe, they did care. Which makes it worse. The emotional whiplash Eren feels mirrors our own. One moment, you think you're watching a war story. The next, it's a psychological thriller. Their confession isn't even angry. It's tired, like they're done lying, like they're breaking too. Beatrice's betrayal doesn't scream, it whispers. And those whispers unravel everything Eren thought was true. He doesn't just lose allies. He loses his entire understanding of reality. Beatrice's betrayal, the delivery, clinical, the fallout, catastrophic, and the trauma, eternal. We're not just watching a betrayal, we're watching a psychological unraveling in real time. Up next on number 6, chose to kill a child to save the world. Sailor Neptune and Sailor Uranus. Sailor Moon S. Betrayal in the name of the greater good. Not all betrayals come with bloodshed and blades. Some come with silence and sacrifice. Haruka Tano, Uranus, and Michiru Kaio, Neptune, aren't villains. They're heroes, soldiers, lovers. And in Sailor Moon S, they're also coldly willing to let a child die if it means saving the world. And their betrayal isn't flashy, it's ideological. While the rest of the Sailor Guardians fight to protect Hotaru, a quiet, lonely girl, unknowingly harboring the destructive force of Mistress Nine, Uranus and Neptune make a horrifyingly utilitarian choice: eliminate her before she awakens. They don't cackle or scheme. They don't want to hurt Hotaru, but they'll do it anyway because they've decided the cost of mercy is too high. To them, one innocent life is worth sacrificing to prevent planetary annihilation. Control. And that's what makes their betrayal so brutal. Control. They're not corrupted. They're consistent, loyal to their mission, not their friend. Watching them stand against Sailor Moon, the heart of the series, the embodiment of compassion, feels like a rupture in the soul of the team. It's the kind of betrayal that doesn't scream evil, it whispers, "This is necessary," and those are the ones that chill you the most. Number 5. Massacred his own clan to protect the village. Itachi Uchiha. Naruto, clan killer with a conscience. When Itachi killed his entire clan, fans were shooketh. When he told Sasuke to hate me, live for revenge, he basically became anime's most toxic motivational speaker. But then came the twist. Turns out, Itachi wasn't a heartless monster. He was a tragic protector, forced to choose between family and peace. Ordered by the village elders, he murdered his own people to prevent a coup and a war, then lived as a villain in his brother's eyes to keep that peace intact. It's betrayal on every level: family, village, identity. And yet, it's not black and white. This is the betrayal that keeps giving. Every flashback, every new revelation adds layers. You don't just feel angry, you feel conflicted. And that's what makes it legendary. He traumatized Sasuke, but to save him. He destroyed everything, but to protect something greater. Itachi didn't betray for power. He betrayed for peace. And in the process, he broke himself. It's a betrayal that hurts because it's built on love, twisted, tragic, and unforgettable. On number 4, pretended to be a loyal subordinate, then declared himself a god. Sosuke Aizen. Bleach, the long game backstab. You ever meet a character so calm, so composed, so nerdy looking you just know he's hiding something? That's Aizen. The man wore glasses just to gaslight us into thinking he was harmless, and then he took them off and unleashed hell. Aizen didn't just betray a few people, he rewrote the rules of the universe and smiled while doing it. This wasn't a betrayal, it was a masterpiece of manipulation. He had captains, lieutenants, an entire government eating out of the palm of his hand while he plotted behind his library. Silent demeanor. He faked his own death, played both sides, and conducted the entire Soul Society like a one-man orchestra of chaos, all while barely raising his voice. His betrayal hits like a symphony's crescendo. When he pulls off that final reveal, the calm walk, the speech, the epic soundtrack, it's not just shocking, It's biblical. I'm no longer your subordinate. With those words, he doesn't just betray characters. He betrays the audience. We trusted the glasses, the soft voice, the order, and he burned all of it. Aizen didn't want power. He wanted control. And for a while, he had it. He was never playing chess. He was the board. Up next on number 3, pushed the protagonist for selfish ambition. Rachel, Tower of God, push him. Do it for the plot. Few characters have become universally hated faster than Rachel. Bam worships her. His entire journey up the tower is driven by his need to see her again. And she watches all that devotion and decides to chuck it off a platform. Wasa! Literally, Rax, Olaras. It's a betrayal so abrupt and heartless you're not even sure it happened. You have to rewind. Did she really just do that? Yes she did. No hesitation. No regret. Rachel's betrayal isn't just physical, it's narrative. It's the story yanking the rug out from under the protagonist and us. We were conditioned to believe Bam was the hero and she was the goal, but she's not a goal. She's a foil. She's not evil in the traditional sense. She's selfish, insecure, human in the most painful, relatable way. And that's what makes it cut deeper. Because real betrayal doesn't come from villains. It comes from people you trusted to care. One nay. She didn't want to hurt Bam. She just wanted to matter more than him. Rachel doesn't scream or fight. She waits, pretends, then strikes when it counts. And in that moment, she doesn't just climb the tower. She steps over our hearts to do it. This isn't just betrayal. It's narrative treason. On number 2, tried to use her own children as tool. Kiryu and Rajo, Kill la Kill, betrayed her own children. Most anime villains stop at world domination. Rajo said, let's take it further. She's not just a tyrant. She's fashion-fueled, light-drenched cruelty in the form of a mother. The kind of parent that makes every therapy bill look like a discount. Rajo didn't just abandon her kids. She used them. She experimented on them, manipulated them, discarded them. She took Satsuki's strength and Ryuko's identity, then tried to twist both into weapons for her godlike delusions. She isn't motivated by pain, justice, or even ambition. She's driven by pure, unfiltered supremacy. She doesn't just think she's better than everyone else, she knows it. And that's what makes her terrifying. Mati. Every scene she's in feels like performance art in a horror show. Her touch lingers like poison. Her words feel like they're designed to unravel your self-worth molecule by molecule. And unlike other villains, she never breaks, never doubts, never hesitates. There's no redemption arc waiting in the wing, just couture cruelty and cosmic-level gaslighting. Ragyo didn't fall. She rose into villainy, glittering, gleaming, and utterly devoid of empathy. She betrayed the concept of motherhood, and she did it with a smile. Finally, on number 1, sacrificed his friends for godhood. Griffith, Berserk, the Eclipse. You knew it was coming. Griffith didn't just top this list, he shattered it and used the shards to summon literal hell. Griffith wasn't just Guts' best friend. He was the sun the Band of the Hawk revolved around. Charismatic, brilliant, beautiful. The kind of person who made you believe in dreams bigger than war, blood, and politics. For a while, he didn't just lead an army, he led a hope, and then came the eclipse. The moment Griffith made his choice, it wasn't impulsive, it was cold, calculated. He sacrificed his friends, his family, to ascend into a demonic god hand, not for revenge, not out of desperation, but because his ambition refused to die. He traded loyalty for power, love for supremacy, humanity for godhood. What he did to Casca? It wasn't just betrayal, it was soul-destroying. An unforgivable stain burned into the memory of every fan who watched that scene. Griffith didn't break our hearts, he obliterated them. His betrayal isn't horrifying because it came out of nowhere. It's horrifying because we watched it happen, slowly. Tragedy inching toward inevitability. We saw his downfall, we felt it, and still, we weren't ready. Griffith didn't betray a friend, he betrayed an era. There is no redemption, no gray area, just blood, loss, and a silence that screams, ah ha ha ha. He didn't just betray Guts, he betrayed us. And there you have it, our countdown of the top 10 worst anime betrayals. From demonic sacrifices that scar generations to betrayals so personal they cut to the bone, anime proves time and again that no heart is safe. Not even ours. These betrayals aren't just plot devices. They're emotional earthquakes that shake the foundations of friendship, loyalty, and hope. They remind us that trust is fragile, and sometimes the deepest wounds come from those closest to us. So, which betrayal made you scream at your screen the loudest? Which moment left you sobbing or questioning everything you thought you knew? And more importantly, did we miss one that still haunts your dreams at 3 a.m.? Drop your pics and your pain in the comments below. We want to hear your stories, your rage, and your heartbreak. If you felt this video hit you right in the feels, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you never miss the next emotional roller coaster we take you on. Because here's the hard truth. In anime, trust no one, not even your waifu. Cue the dramatic music, wipe your tears, and we'll see you next time for more emotionally devastating content. Stay strong, fellow anime warriors.